on my YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's your boy Rollo Jenkins. Your boy Zone 6. About to chop it up about this upcoming pay-per-view with your boy Tank Davis and Rolly Romero, man. I know we had some interesting conversation about this fight the other night, man. What you think about this one coming up, man?
Listen, man, listen. I'm telling you, before we did this stream, I kind of did some more research, just looking at the videos and just doing some more homework, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's interesting researching Rolly. It's interesting researching somebody you don't know. And I found out a lot about the dude, man. I didn't know his dad defected from Cuba. I didn't know he had that Cuban background. His dad, I guess, apparently, and it's probably gonna be all basic information to somebody who looked at the all access. We kind of fell off on that shit a little bit, man.
Mm-hmm.
It been just so lackluster. But this was actually a good one, and I didn't know they had one. His dad, and I'm telling you because you may not know this, even if the audience knows it. The dad was swimming, to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I mean, from Cuba to Florida or whatever, and one of the friend drowned. So
Oh
his
wow.
his dad was
Okay.
with a boy trying to get over here with a friend, and his friend didn't make it. Long story short, they end up, moving to Vegas. Him and the mom, and he's a lot like his mom. His dad's pretty cool, sturdy guy. Got him into boxing. Was around the Vegas scene. He grew up on Floyd, grew up on Mike Tyson, and he was just in the area. You know what I'm saying? Typical story. Minorities growing up in a hard not life type situation in Vegas and doing what he had to do, and he just where he at now. But I didn't know he wasn't talking for like a while. Like his dad was joking with him, saying, "I wish he would have stayed like that." But I didn't know he was like not talking for like 3-4 years of his life, as a little kid. So
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah,
Damn.
so I don't, he probably always had like a delayed speech
Speak. Yeah, yeah. That's why he
language.
talks so much now. Shit.
That's why he talks so much now. And I'm still, and I'm sure he's also bilingual, because his dad be speaking in the native tongue, the Spanish or whatever the case may be, and he be communicating with him. So he's Cuban, you know what I'm saying, straight up Cuban. I didn't know that part, and I like what I saw from him, man. And then, like I told you before, I think he gonna pull an upset, man. I think he gonna pull an upset.
Hmm. Yeah, man. I know we was talking about that the other day. I just feel like Tank has the ability to change it up a little bit more than Raleigh, but he gonna be hard to stay away from, man, for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't never really seen Tank, as you say, fight on the back foot, or some would say fight on the back foot. I
I
know that we've
mean,
never really.
when you say switch it up though, Rollo, when you we got to slow it down a little bit. This the one where we really sit back.
Mm-hmm.
When you say switch it up though, which I ain't seen a real switch up from Tank. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because we ain't had to
Wh-
see it. We
So
ain't
you
had to see it.
so you saying you think he can switch it up?
Let me give an example. Let me give
Okay,
an
yeah, yeah.
example. We've always seen Canelo pretty much fight a very similar fashion. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning of the time we started watching him. And the first time we kind of seen him fight different was the first Triple G fight. You know what
Okay.
I mean? And it was like he fought in a manner that we weren't accustomed to. And really, the only thing that did was give us the knowledge that he can fight if he's not rolling downhill. You know what I'm saying? He can fight off the ropes, all of that shit. He showed that bag of tricks. And I think that with Tank, this might be the fight to to make him pull out a few extra bag of tricks that he hasn't had to use because he's been fighting guys that he can just go downhill on. So I don't know. I know that. I mean, maybe Roddy gonna pull out some stuff that we ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him fight much. I don't know much about him,
Okay.
so I can't say that he can't or can do something different. I just haven't seen it yet, but I
Hey,
haven't
Phil,
seen enough of him to know.
backstage. Phil, say you backstage on your waiting to get in.
Oh, okay. Let me see if
Okay,
I can get him in
take
here.
him.
Okay.
Okay, there he is. Yeah, yeah. Yo, Phil.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
All
So
right. All right.
That boy Rollo still learning it, man. That boy ain't paying attention.
yeah, yeah. He up here talking about Tank can do some shit that he
Hey,
do. That's what
hey,
got
I've been in since the damn thing started. I say Rollo ain't paying
Oh.
attention. He just finna cook. That boy just gonna cook the whole day. He just gonna keep going.
man. I knew I had to check. Man, let me check for this boy, man, because I know.
I ain't even looked at what's his name. You should have hit me up, but that's all
Yeah,
right though.
yeah. I checked for you though, man, because I said he probably got about 18 people back there suspended in purgatory. Yeah, but I ain't seen him switch up though, man. When y'all say Tank is more of this, y'all saying shit that I ain't never seen him do. Like y'all giving him credit for something that y'all think he can do, but ain't seen.
Right,
That's
right, right, right. You're right.
right.
Like
Yeah. Okay.
I said, I think that he can
Oh,
fight different. You know what I'm saying? Like when I watch Tank fight, he seems to have the ability to do different things to me. He just hasn't had to do it. But like I said, we don't know until we know. You know what I'm saying? That's what the experience means, that we finally get a chance to know. Them motherfuckers already know what they can and can't do. We'll just get a chance to see.
I don't think we're gonna get a chance to see because I think what we do know, Rolly is on top of everything that Tank allows to happen to him. Rolly has vocally stated, I understand that that's his weaknesses, and I'm going to exploit it. He not even saying that in cute. He not saying nothing like, Andre Ward used to say, I'm not worried about what anybody do. I don't even look at film. Remember that little shit was going around? I don't look at film. I just do what I do and get in the ring and fight. Okay, Rolly is saying, look, man, the boy head is big. I can hit it. He's smaller. His range is not that great. Tank is also a brawler and a fighter, and it's going to be fireworks, and somebody's going to get knocked out. And Tank do get hit a lot. Like, and then if you see Tank start to move backwards, then you're going to be conceding points to Rolly, man. Like this guy coming out of nowhere talking this shit, saying he's bigger, stronger, gonna do this to you, do that, and you supposed to be the Baltimore bully, and you're getting pushed on the back foot. The optics just don't look good, just like it didn't look good for Triple G in the second fight. You can't say something like Mexican style and you're on the back foot, or you can't beat Tank Davis and have a name like Tank and then moving like a motorcycle. It just don't fit. You know what I'm saying? So what adjustment is he gonna make? I don't think he's gonna make nothing. I don't think he's gonna do anything.
Well, man, let me say this. Let me jump in real quick. I think my biggest concern in regards to this fight on Tank's behalf is Tank's never faced a big puncher before. You understand what I'm saying? And Tank has always faced guys that, whether it was weight drained or whether it was coming up a division to fight him, or maybe two divisions to fight him, it's always been certain aspects revolving around weight, right?
Yeah,
And
good point.
I think that because of this, I think this is going to be his first test where he's going to fight against a guy who's actually supposed to be at 35 and could even potentially fight at 40. So he's fighting a pretty big opponent in Rolly. And I don't know if you guys check Rolly's dimensions, but he's a pretty long, rangy, stout individual. I mean, if you look at pictures of Rolly, you can tell he's pretty big, and he takes extremely good care of his body. You understand what I'm saying? And he's not going to have any respect for Tank inside of that ring. This is the first time in a long time that we're going to actually see a real fight. It's obviously it's a boxing match, right? But these motherfuckers are about to be fighting each other because they don't like each other. I mean, they don't like one another, man. And they hadn't ever liked one another. I don't know if I guess is I mean, they got a lot of similarities. So maybe they trying to figure out who the hardest light skinned puncher in the division or so. I don't know. you know, what I'm saying? So these boys, man, they Mayweather did that, and I think Mayweather maybe might have pushed a little bit of that tension because that's what you want to have, that rivalry, that in-house rivalry. And these guys have been going at it for an extremely long time, and Rolly has been wanting a piece of Tank for a very long time. Everybody knows Tank is going to get in there and do what he does. Tank's a big puncher, and he can box. He proved that against Cruz. He can box, but at the same time, some people think Cruz won that fight. So can he box? I mean, I don't know. He boxed himself to a victory, but it almost wasn't good enough. This is the kind of shit that people is not mentioning. They say, well, he boxed Cruz, but motherfuckers, let's be real, he almost lost that fight. Let's stop playing like he just boxed his socks off. No, this motherfucker almost lost. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, he boxed to a victory, but that's not saying a whole lot because, again, it wasn't very efficient, in my opinion. I'm used to Tank stopping shit. So,
see,
go ahead,
I would say this with Tank's ability to do something different. Now, from what I've seen of Rolly, and now, like I said, I haven't seen much of him, but from what I've seen of him, he ain't interested in winning no rounds. He don't give a fuck about winning no rounds. Anytime he throw a punch, he's trying to have the fight over with. So if Tank is going to be able to pull the rabbit out the hat, this is definitely the dude he'll be able to do it against. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, when it comes to winning a points decision, this might be the easiest guy to do it off of if you can make it to the final bell. You know what I mean?
I don't think so, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Rolly is going to make it the kind of fight to where it's going to be hard to box him.
Right.
Because he's about to be, up in your chin, head butting you, giving you elbows, giving you, shins, and put you in headlocks. I guarantee. I've been telling y'all this. I guarantee you, somebody is going to get body slammed in the first 3 rounds. Somebody's going to get slung to the ground, through to the ground. It's going to be a whole lot of grappling in this match. And honestly, Rolly has the advantage on grappling because he used to do jiu-jitsu, which a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
So,
one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah. So, I mean, you don't want to get into a grudge match with this kid because, it's shit like that people don't know about this kid, and they just think he's a complete idiot, and all he wants to do is throw power shots. And he's fought against guys that can box before. You understand what I'm saying? But he always finds a way to land that shot. And when he's not landing the shot, he's smothering them so bad when he does land, even if he's not putting them down, he's inflicting a whole lot of damage. So Tank is going to have to be on his A game because Rolly's not going to have any respect for him, and he's going to go for his neck. And don't get it fucked up because Tank is a dog, and he going to be in there right with this motherfucker. So we going to see how this shit going to unfold. They sold me on the pay-per-view. I'm buying it. At first I wasn't. Yeah, I fell for the game. I just hope I don't get framed.
I fell too, man. I fell too, dog. I was calling, I don't know if y'all got him down there, man, but we got this spot. I'm sure y'all probably got him down there in Texas, Twin Peaks. And they usually show the fight. Like, they definitely show all the Canelo.
Of course we got Twin Peaks, man.
Yeah. And I called him earlier today, and they said they were showing UFC, and they didn't think that they were showing, or the girl who answered said she didn't think that they were showing a boxing match. So I said, look, talk to who you got to talk to and see if y'all can get that boxing match going. Because I'd rather come in there and have me a beer and some fucking French fries.
Come on, man. Hey, you got to you got to get them not them regular French fries. What them ones them goddamn them wedges, man.
Hell yeah.
Them wedges, man. Them
Yeah,
wedges
yeah.
be busting, man. Get that thing with some of that cheese dip too. Oh man. Come
Yeah,
on,
man.
man.
I don't know if somebody else having it, but Rolly, I think he talked me into this shit, dog. It's like it's one of the ones where you like, if it happened, I don't want to miss it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how they
Exactly.
always get us.
You're gonna be sick, bro. If you miss it, you're
Yeah.
gonna be sick. Especially if Tank get in there and get stretched out there. You're gonna
Yeah.
be like, God damn, I should have paid for it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Or
Oh
even the
boy.
roller gets stretched out there. It's gonna be all good, man. Regardless, I know somebody getting stretched tomorrow, man. We're gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
I get stretched, man.
Well, you know, excuse me, Saturday.
I think body punching gonna be a big difference too. Niggas sleeping on Rolly body punching ability, dog. That nigga be sapping niggas, man. I don't think it's gonna turn out too good for Tank, man. I just don't think it's gonna turn out too good for him, man. This the most serious Tank has ever been about a fight. This is the most disciplined. And you think I just can't go with a guy who's just now being seriously disciplined about his first fight against a guy who's been disciplined about all of his fucking fights, man. If Rolly had some kinks in his armor too, like I'll say, okay, he had a lot of layoffs. He wasn't in shape as well. He's another blown up type of guy. And this man has just been disciplined and been knocking people out. He's went the distance. He's won on the cars before, so that's not.
Man, he been knocking people the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
even when he ain't knocking motherfuckers out, he's like beating the fuck out of people. Just trying to he really be trying to destroy motherfuckers in there.
Yeah. Yeah. He remind me of a bigger Vic Darchinian, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Wow, you're gonna have to really put a beating on this kid to get him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He probably ain't gonna get really challenged, man. And he's so confident about 135. He's so confident about 135. This guy probably not gonna see no challenges until he move up to 140. He's just one of them guys, man. Big strong motherfucker that ain't gonna see no challenges until just like Floyd didn't see no challenges at 130, 135. That shit didn't slow down to 140. But it is some niggas just, man, some cats just got a weight class by the balls. Like, you know, like I didn't at 154, I didn't see nobody fucking with Maul at all, ever, never, no how, no way. And he was destroying niggas. And he cleared space for his brother in 160. He slowed up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But Rolly give me that same sensation, bro. It's just at 135, and he good for boxing, man. He's good for boxing.
Yeah. You know what? What's funny is Rolly got that type of style where he's so confident in it. And like you say, until he get in there with guys, because I think he's bigger than every other 135 pounder. He might just have such an advantage that he ain't got nothing to worry about when he in there, man.
I honestly think him and T.O. probably around the same size.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Actually, when I seen him on,
you said Tiafimo?
Yeah, I think him and T.O. kind of like as far as the I think Rolly's taller than T.O. I think he's taller than T.O., but I think T.O.'s a little bit wider. But they resemble the statue of them resembles each other. Rolly is just actually rangier than T.O.
Yes,
and that's why he talking about shit. He need to move up to 140. Lopez, you know. So yeah, you're probably right with that, man. Because I still, when I looked at Teofimo Lopez, I'm like, how the fuck is this dude getting down to 135 pounds? But I said the same thing about Broner back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
He was another one, untouchable at 135.
Who just
hell, man, look at Fundora. It's 154.
Yeah.
Man, they say Tyson, man, look, him and Tyson Fury, he ran into Tyson Fury in California. And they say, man, this kid about 2 inches shorter than inch and a half, 2 inches shorter than Fury. Like, it was looking crazy, man.
Yeah. Because he's
100 pounds less.
He's the same height as
Wilder. Joshua, yeah. 100 pounds less.
Yeah. That's crazy right there, man. That man grow. He could grow.
Freaking nature.
Man, and that boy dog inside. You better had that boy goddamn Lubin looking like Rocket Dennis, man. You feel me? The elephant man. Shit.
Yeah, I got the upset, man. I just got the upset. I just don't know if it's gonna work out for Tank that's on Saturday. I just don't think so, man. Too many. He's finally facing a real guy. I thought this guy was just another guy who they just dug up to let Tank beat him up and get on a good foot and stay on track. And then this just the wrong guy, man. This just the wrong guy for that. Maybe he should have fought Abner Mares or something like that. But nah, man, not Rolly. I just don't see it. If Tank get this guy, I'd be thoroughly impressed, and I'll be locked in with Tank. But I just don't. No, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
because look, this is the way I look at it. If Tank can get past Rolly's power, people gonna have a hard time beating Tank. I'm gonna be honest with you, because at this point, all he gonna be doing is just walking motherfuckers down. I mean, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be.
Exactly. And if Tank can get him out of there, then that's the testament to two things: Tank's power and Tank's ability to take shots. If he can absorb Rolly's shot, if he can absorb Rolly's shot, then I have no doubt in my mind that he's locked in. But nah, like that man, he touched Tank chin, man. Tank gonna go to sleep.
So look, this is something that I haven't heard anyone speak about. Okay, I've been watching channels across YouTube. I've been reading articles on ESPN. Will Tank hand fucking hold up?
Yeah, I was.
He been having hand issues? I did not know that.
He broke his hand. What I was gonna say, and I seen this just on the All Access because I was doing some research before we got on, and he and Rolly brought up the hand problem. I said, "Damn, that's right." So if his hand, this fight, he's done. If it and then, see you, Rolly might make him break his hand on his head. Like Rolly's a durably strong built guy to where Tank may be let loose on him, but we don't know if Rolly might eat his shit.
Yeah, that's what I told you that.
Yeah, it might
that be that shit could zap a dude as quick as anything else. When you throwing your best shots and he taking them off, that's how Margarito beat a lot of guys. He was taking their best shot on the chin.
But most punchers can take a pretty good lick. Most punchers.
Yeah, most punchers can.
Because a lot of times they getting their ass plucked when they leaving themselves open because they trying to get a motherfucker out of there. So
yeah, it's a balance.
Yeah. Most punchers can take a nice little lick, but you never know, man. Tank definitely thumping. But that's the thing, man. Tank. Let me ask y'all this right here, and this is just. I want to know what y'all gonna say because I know what my answer is. What do you think Tank's best punch is?
The uppercut.
Uppercut? Oh no, I would say. What was that he knocked out Pedraza with?
He knocked out Pedraza to the body, I think.
Was it a hook to the body, left hook to the body, or something?
I think it was something. It was something to the body that put him down. And he might have went to the head after that, but I think a body shot is what really hurt him.
Yeah, all right. I mean, his uppercut might be it, but
I like his uppercuts.
His uppercut and his hook. You know.
Yeah, I was finna say that left hook, but
his uppercut and his left hook is pretty good.
Was Pedraza the one where he knocked him out and the dude kind of like rolled over backwards going into the corner?
Pedraza was the first time Tank became a champion was against Pedraza. That was his first real title.
I'm thinking about the knockout because I remember because Pedraza had the kind of like
it was in the corner
kind of haircut.
Did this happen in the corner? Pedraza got stopped in the corner near the corner.
In the corner.
Yeah.
All right. See, I'm thinking about he hit a dude. And the dude kind of fell back and rolled back.
Well, I mean, Rollo, I ain't gonna bullshit you. He got 24 stoppages. So
yeah, it's I'm trying to think of.
Man, we down there can name his whole resume, man. Yeah. It probably was a few niggas that didn't rolled off into to the ropes into the first row.
Mm-hmm. I got
Nah, the uppercut is probably his most efficient and most because when he land that bitch, it's really is damaging. Let's be honest about it.
It is nasty, especially
if he gets rolling with that shit. Now that could change. I don't care how big your chin is. If you get caught under that motherfucker, that shit soft in a bitch. That shit going, that shit snap your shit back. Yeah, he hit him with that uppercut, by that shit. Woof, That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see him catching that because he got to be that Tank usually catch a nigga with that when he up on them up in their shit, busting their body, and then he kind of sneak with that left hook, like you say, and then come from up under like Mike Tyson with that left uppercut and snap your head right back. So, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna tell you something that people not gonna understand. See, Tank, this is the thing, man. I can guarantee you, whenever Tank get inside, Rolly gonna tie him up, bro. That's
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna have to see more discipline from Tank during this fight than you've ever seen in his life, because Rolly is going to insert small tactics that is going to frustrate Tank, because he knows, and he spoke about this, that Tank is not disciplined, and he gets frustrated when he's not getting his way or he's trying to do
Yep.
something and his opponent won't let him do it.
He
Rolly is going to, you know what Rolly, really who Rolly remind me of, just as far as the tactics and the way he fight, he reminds me of Bernard Hopkins. He's just going to do all kind of shit all night that's just going to get on your fucking nerves.
But
And
he
he
can
Yeah,
just
punch.
hell yeah.
frustrate
He
you,
can punch.
and he's going to wait for that time when you're slipping, and that's when he going to get to really dumping that left hook and that straight right and all that shit on your ass. And boy, sleeping on how Rolly can actually fight
Yeah,
orthodox and southpaw.
he's too
Yeah,
good.
you mentioned that the other day
And
with
Yeah.
the switch.
his jab. Man, that man go
Uh-huh.
he got a jab. That man go to the body. That man can switch hit. He got power in both fucking hands. I just don't know what we really talking about at this point, except we just have to be introduced to him. See, and I get it. He just got to do it. That's all he need to do. This is his moment. He just got to do it early as possible, And I don't think we're gonna get to see Tank make all them adjustments, because I think Rolly gonna delete his ass.
Well, I think the
Damn.
longer the fight go, the more to me it plays into Tank's favor.
Man,
Tank is just
go.
going to have to not get frustrated, because you know how it
He
is, man. When you get in there with somebody you don't like, we all done had fights before.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fight just because
Everything.
somebody be tripping, and sometimes you fight because you really want to inflict pain on somebody. You feel me? Yeah, this is, and you get in there, you might get a little antsy. You know what I'm saying? But I think they both gonna be antsy in the beginning, right? But
Yeah.
once they settle in, probably about that third round, I think they're gonna settle in, and that's when we're gonna really start seeing who's got the better game plan.
Man, Tank, we ain't gonna have to worry about all that adjustments. It's gonna be done by 5, 6. That's most people saying over with by 4, right? So I don't think we're gonna see no adjustments.
Man, everybody predicting an early knockout, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's definitely, man. I'm predicting I'm predicting the mid round, somewhere in the mid rounds. I'm going mid round
So you're
stoppage.
talking between 4 and 8 then.
No, or
I'm
9.
talking between, I guess you could say,
That's the middle.
I would
Got
say
3. Yeah.
5 and 7, 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there.
Because I got it between 5 and 6, and I think depending on what the ref do, because them motherfuckers, make some shit going to the next round. I don't know what the fuck they be looking at. A nigga be out on his feet, the bell,
Man,
they'll
man. You
forget
know what?
the
You,
rolling to the next ring, get stopped in the first minute. See, it be them referees be tricky these days. So I'm saying fifth, but fifth to sixth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Depends.
shit!
but you know what though?
Give me
You
2
bring
seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Let me give a shout out to Rick Ross, man. I don't know if y'all remember Rick Ross back in the day, boy. Started this back in the day, man. We talking like 10 years ago. He started a little series we used to do called Real Talk, and everybody used to do like a little segment. It wasn't even about boxing. It was about like some real life shit, man. That dude started that shit. And I mean, that shit blew up for a minute as far as the YouTube boxing community. But shout out to Rick Ross, man. Good looking out, man. Shit, if you ain't doing that, man, you can hop on out. But go ahead, yo.
Yeah, no, I was saying, Zone, you bring in a intricate point here, man. It's interesting because the referee, depending on who refs this match, it could play in the favor for one fight or the other. You know what I mean? If you get a referee that don't like letting motherfuckers fight out of the clinch, that would probably play in Tank's favor, right? Because Rolly is going to weight bully Tank. I guarantee you. Let me tell you something. It has been evident to me when Rolly keeps saying Tank is a weight bully, but I'm not those other guys. I'm stronger than him and I'm bigger than him. He's not going to weight bully me. I guarantee you. And you know what? I believe him.
Yeah, bro,
I believe him. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. When Rolly speaks, I really think like he ain't just talking shit. Like he believes everything that he's saying. He going in there to kill Tank, man.
Yeah. And trainer is extremely supportive. They're like the trainer.
What you doing? You can't wear that out.
Too. The trainer.
No food?
Hey, nah.
Phil. Hey, look, let me give a shout out real quick, man. We got Blood in the crib, man. We got Mr. Boxing Today. We probably got Mrs. Boxing Today, man. I seen the video we dropped one day, and he got the camera on himself, and you can just hear this lady in the background. He forgot to hit mute on his mic because she was giving him all the info. I said, damn, this old lady know her shit.
Yeah, Miss Boxing Day don't know nothing about boxing. He get it from
he get it from Mrs. Boxing Today.
Yeah, he been doing he been fooling us.
I know.
That's why he'll never come on nobody's stuff live. He'll get on and say, "Hey man, that shit, get off." Cause the Mrs. Boxing Today tell him.
Mrs. Boxing Today got all the info, boy. She know her shit, dog.
She be holding up the goddamn notepad, talking about say this.
For sure. She got a little iPad typing that shit real quick. Here you go.
He need a teleprompter.
Oh boy. Hey man, but Mr. Boxing Dog, that dude will dig so deep into the heavyweight shit. You be like, who the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Yeah.
But you know he be talking about the number 30th dude ranked. You know what I'm saying? And be to talk about 8 of that nigga fights and shit. Yeah, boy.
Hey man, let me tell you something, man. Mr. Boxing Today dropped more Shannon Briggs videos than anybody on YouTube. I'm just gonna I don't care.
Sure.
Man, he dropped more Shannon Briggs videos than anybody on YouTube ever. So just forget about it. This ain't even a discussion. Period.
Yeah. They messed it up when these suckers got involved with the Wild and Fury. They kind of murked the waters up. Cause they weren't talking about shit about heavyweights until Wilder and all that race bullshit came. But
Mr. Boxing Today, man, he been doing that shit since he been on this mug.
Yeah. But man, I'm telling you though, man, what they saying about Rolly? Ask them.
Okay, somebody say,
Rock.
Who's this?
Oh,
Rock 183. Y'all act like y'all like Rolly. I mean, shit.
I do like Rolly, so I'm not acting like I like Rolly.
Like it?
Nigga, we talked about this last nigga. This on record.
Man, look, man, I'm gonna be real with you. This like I was saying earlier, and I'm gonna say it on wax now. I wasn't gonna buy this fight. I'm buying this fight because of Rolly Romero. Period. I haven't got this feeling of somebody selling me on a fight in an extremely long time. Rolly has sold me on this fight. So do I like Rolly? Yeah, I do like Rolly. I like anybody that's out here really stopping shit, to be honest with you. You know, and they got the mindset like Rolly. Rolly really going and Rolly really a killer. You understand what I'm saying? What's not to like about him? I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, listen, like I told y'all, man, if he get this stoppage tomorrow, you're talking about the quickest ascend from nobody to somebody in boxing you've ever seen. Because so many people gonna have microphones in his face, and the shit that he says and the way that he says shit is going to make 1,000 more people want to put a microphone in his face.
Man, look, man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This dude really is a walking billboard, man. Mm-hmm. They gonna have so many rolling memes. If this boy stop Tank, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah, he gonna have to come back in November. He gonna have to fight again this year on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I mean, he gonna have to fight again because he's saying he want Devin Haney.
Yes. Listen, one of those, especially if somebody come out looking like clean and good, you might have a nice pay-per-view set up for the end of the year.
Rolly and Cambosa in Australia?
Yeah. Or hell, shit. It don't shit. Yeah.
If Rolly,
That's fire.
All Las Vegas brawl, man. Haney and Rolly. Just depends on who come out of there. You know, Haney, that's where he do his thing in Vegas.
Yes,
So
Haney, and that's a big fight for Rolly and Haney in Vegas.
Yeah,
Boy.
that's what I'm saying, man. They probably listen. If Rolly ain't ready for Vegas and all the entertainment value that comes with being in Vegas,
Man, from
ain't
Vegas.
nobody ready.
He's
Shit.
from, what you mean? That man born ready. The reason,
he grew up in Vegas.
Here's another. He's from Vegas.
Yeah, he
Like
grew up in Vegas.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's where he born. That's where he born. He been in Vegas his whole life.
That's why he's so naturally involved with it. He said his dad was a boxer. His dad took him around the gym with Mike Tyson and Floyd in his heyday. This guy already been groomed for this. He been trying to tell. He really telling us like, nigga, where the fuck y'all been?
Yeah.
Man, I heard him say that earlier. He said, "Man, I've been in front of the curve."
Yeah.
They asked him if he was ready for pay-per-view. He's like, "Man, I've been ahead of these suckers, man." That's what he said. I've been ahead of these suckers, man.
He keep telling them, they asking him remedial ass questions. He said, man, what kind of stupid ass question is that? Of course I'm gonna use my of course I'm gonna use my size. I can't not use my size, motherfucker.
Yeah.
See, Rolly, man, he's saying the shit that makes sense. I can't. It seems so basic and I don't know, man. I guess people want to hear these bullshit ass answers. Well, you got to talk to my promoter, or belt don't make me. I guess niggas so used to hearing that fuck shit that when a nigga talks simple, it's slow to them.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, man? Can you imagine? Because we it seemed like a bunch of pieces set up for this dude to possibly be, and this dude to possibly be, and this dude might just ascend out of nowhere.
He gonna be undisputed.
Out of nowhere, bro.
He gonna stop this motherfucker in 5, and he gonna get the fight with Kambosa, and he gonna stop his ass too. And he gonna get his ass whooped next week anyway. So that's a whole different story. But Rolly it's gonna be Rolly and Kambosa.
We got look, Rock 813, man. He say he like Tank, man, but I don't know if you want to type it in or something, but I don't know how you see Tank winning this fight. Like,
I mean, no, I like Tank too. Shit,
Tank, he could listen. Let's get this straight, because niggas get tingly for some reason when you make a pick.
Well, I'm not making a pick for the record. I'm just pointing out the shit that I see.
And exactly, mine is coming from a place of concern. But see, I'm not the type of nigga like you niggas. I don't like to just sit on a fucking fence. I want to make it goddamn fun and make a pick. To be honest with you, I already said initially, man, I'm not sure. I can just sit here and talk about being fucking unsure. Who wants to hear that? So I've just said, you know what? Let me pick out what I can and decide from there. And based on the small nuances, I'm picking Rolly. Now, it could be Tank, and I'm not mad at that. If I say Rolly, like I'm saying on record, in this Tank, I don't have a problem with it being Tank. But I'm thinking about Rolly being better for boxing at this point as well, too. So now I'm rooting for Rolly. And then I thought about Adrian Broner licking in the nigga ear. The nigga got all his fingernail polish on his shit. I started looking at Tank a little different.
All right. Now let's come back to that real quick, and let's elaborate on that real quick. So you say Rolly winning would be better for boxing,
right?
Elaborate on that for me real quick.
Because of his personality. He's from Vegas. Okay, he's a superstar in his own perspective, as you can see. This man on here on this chat told y'all out of his own mouth, I'm telling you the truth. I'm buying the shit because of Rolly. If that ain't a goddamn superstar, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Yeah. He definitely sold me. Sold me.
Okay. So how did you get to this point where you want to buy the pay-per-view?
Definitely Rolly.
For sure. Goddamn wedges with some cheese dip. How you
definitely Rolly? Definitely.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm picking Rolly because of Rolly.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I like Tank, but I definitely don't like hearing Tank talk.
I just think Rolly is better for boxing. I think Rolly has the bigger size, so he can be projected to move up legitimately. I think he got the right attitude. He's saying the right things. Everybody he fight is gonna be stupid. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool. And then the more and more he wins, the cocky and the more outlandish shit he gonna say. And he got a cool back, humble story. So it's not like the man just saying some shit out of his ass. The man actually studies. And my thing is, I want to see him beat Tank, and I want to see how he's gonna analyze his next opponent. Is he gonna be this deep and cerebral with his next opponent, like by calling out, like, oh motherfucker, I seen you spar X, Y, and Z, or is it just gonna be limited to Tank? That's what I want to see. Like, he know everything about fingernail polish. I'm looking at all access, and this nigga Tank got on fingernail polish. I said, well, goddamn, that nigga pay attention to detail. I never thought, I didn't think of that. Then
Man, look, man, let me say this, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you why I like Rolly, right? Because for one, when he's inside of that ring, he is showing no respect whatsoever. You know, he's approaching these boxing matches like they're fights, like he's in there fighting for his life. I mean, he just have a certain kind of attitude and persona inside of the ring that I really can fuck with. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he's a wild card. Like, you don't know what the fuck he gonna do. You don't know what he gonna say. You know, he might get in there and they might get in the clinch, and the referee might be trying to break it up, and you know, Roland might body slam this nigga, man. Like, you just don't. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being real. That just because that's just what kind of I just get. He just give me that kind of dog vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's this really. I mean, and when he talk, he just talks with so much conviction. You know, it's only when a motherfucker can make you buy the pay-per-view, because he didn't convince me. He done made me buy it. It ain't even no choice no more. I'm buying this motherfucker because he speaks with conviction. I believe him. You know, some people just do shit to hype the fight. You know, like Keith Thurman. Like Keith Thurman was doing with Pacquiao. Man, I'm going to stop, man. He didn't believe that fucking shit, man. I mean, you know, you one time, but you know, hey, it's all good. But what I'm saying is, when Rolly say this shit, I'm like, man, this boy 100% with this shit. He really feel like he finna dog walk this boy, man. And he good for boxing, man. He good for the sport.
Hey, Jay Will, man, in the chat said, I'm picking Tank just because of his skills and pedigree, but low key, he pulling for Rolly. And it seems like over these last few weeks, Rolly done made a lot of fucking fame. Like, he got a lot of motherfuckers hoping that he win, or at least not pulling for Tank so hard, you know?
It's hard. It's just people, and I understand it, man. It's a risky thing to say. You know what I'm saying? Tank stopped this guy. You don't want to look like the guy who doubted Tank. And, you know, you want to support Tank because Tank has earned the right, you know. But Tank ain't fought nobody to prepare him for this shit that he finna face on Saturday. If you can give me two opponents, I say, you know what? He did face Devin Haney. He did fight Shakur Stevenson. He did fight Kambosa. He did fight Lomachenko. He did fight Lopez. Man, them folks held this man back for a motherfucking reason. It ain't because a motherfucker too good. When you got a motherfucker like Tank that we think he is, you let him loose, bro.
Yeah. Why would you hold him back?
And then just to add on what you just said, they already then came out and said, Tank Kemp came out and said, there's no way to really prepare for Rolly. He's just too awkward.
Come on, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they said. He's just too awkward. There's no way to prepare for him. We just got to do what we do. Yeah. Anytime motherfuckers say that, then and I mean, it's true. It ain't no way to prepare for this dude because he is awkward. And what you don't know is, cuz that boy really finna be in there trying to split your shit open, man. That's what you need to be prepared for.
Yeah. They coming in, they talking about the man punch hard. They trying to be and what it is I think Tank nervous. I think his camp is nervous. I think they just trying to save face and keep the bully mindset and keep it square. And because Rolly is talking so much shit, they can't help but to say something back. And then this is the thing about Rolly. Everything Rolly is saying is true. You did Bronny ears licking in your ear. You do wear fingernail polish. You do get hit a lot. He is gonna be the biggest person you've ever faced. He is gonna be the hardest punching person you've ever faced. He is really faster than Tank. That's another problem. The dude,
Ooh, you think he got the speed advantage over Tank?
yeah, man, that man got.
Ooh. Hey man, sometimes I be looking at Tank, man. That motherfucker look like I'm watching shit on fast forward. But all right, you know.
Man,
like I said, I ain't seen enough of Rolly today.
Man, have you not seen Rolly slaying them hooks and move his body? Like, man, you gotta go look at him, man. It's you just need to do more research.
Man, when you pay attention to it, just look, and this is a intricate piece of the way Rolly fights. All of his power is at the end of his punches. You understand what I'm saying? It's like when he punches, his power is at the end of his punches. Like if you're a boxer, then you know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? So this dude, man, and when Tank is it's gonna be a long night for Tank if he can't stop this boy, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, listen, this is all I'm saying. I just got two questions. This for anybody. If Tank is all that we say he finna be to motherfucking Saturday, why the fuck hadn't he fought nobody, man? That's what I want to see. Don't tell me that shit. If you got a pistol, nigga, show it. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that bullshit. If he's such a dog and all this shit that we talking about, why haven't he fought nobody, bro? One person. He ain't fought one person. We keep bullshitting, man. He ain't fought one person. If he this, that, and the third, and he gonna do all this to Rolly, why haven't he done it to Lomachenko? Why hasn't he done it to Haney? Why hasn't he done it to Kambosa? Why hasn't he done it to Lopez? Why hasn't he done it to anybody worth two fucks? He ain't fought. What black fighter? This is another thing. What brothers has he fought? What brothers has he fought?
Yeah.
See,
I know Gary Russell been calling his ass out.
Tank ain't fought nobody with power, bro. I mean, that's just the truth.
This is what he's fought. He's fought let me finish. This is what the fuck he's fought. The typical run-of-the-mill bullshit mess. That's what he's fought. The tip of the mill, bullshit, undisciplined ass Mexicans just like his ass. The ones who eat Taco Bell and burritos and bullshit. Them the motherfuckers he fought. The big ass Mexicans that's trying to shrink down and melt and taking advantage, and they ain't worth two fucks. That's who he's fucking fought. He ain't fought nobody with no high level skill set, bro. And
shit. Okay.
Every fucking person he's fought has been the run of the mill Mexican Hispanic motherfucker. He ain't fought nobody that's a brother, no Cuban. He ain't fought none except Gamboa washed up ass. He ain't fought shit, man. He ain't fought nothing. No Haney's, no Shakur. Nothing's in his resume to say, well, you know what? This dude is nothing. Kambosa, nobody.
All right.
Dalton
Voss. He said
he might be right. Yeah, Dalton Voss, you might be right. But what I'm telling you is,
you might be.
Yeah, you might be right. Somebody getting slapped though.
Y'all, that's what everybody agree on.
Somebody getting slapped. Like I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yeah. This somebody getting slapped, and this all I'ma say, man. Can Tank get close enough? And this is why I spoke about his range and all of his power being at the end of his punches. Can Tank get close enough to land that shot to stop Rolly? Maybe not. But it's evident that Rolly does have a size advantage, a reach advantage. I mean, all across the board. So all across the board, aesthetically, Rolly out advantages Tank easily. Now, when we talk about
wait. I mean, obviously in size, stature, of course. Do you think he has the speed advantage over Tank?
Well, I mean, to me, speed is kind of one of those. I don't see me personally. I think timing is better than speed. You know what I'm saying?
No. Listen, listen. I agree with that 100%. I'm just trying to get it run down. Like we just. I'm just ticking boxes. So let me say this. Let
me say this. I think that Tank Davis has the ability to change velocity and punches mid-punch on the fly. He doesn't have to throw everything hard like Rolly does. Rolly throws everything extremely hard. Even when he throws a jab, it's like it's a power jab. I think Tank is more like, pop, 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 and then he can explode. You understand what I'm saying? Tank
Mm-hmm.
just has a sense of
Explosiveness. Yeah.
explosiveness.
That's
You understand what I'm saying?
exact right
Yeah.
term. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tank is explosive, right? And I just think, Tank is explosive. Mike Tyson was explosive, but George Foreman was really just, he hits you in your elbow, shake your whole bone structure. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a difference in power.
You love to talk about them Texas punchers, don't you?
Man, come on, man. Big George, man. Big George
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
what Big George doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stopping shit. But yeah, he hits you, Rolly got that kind of power to where, wherever he hits you, I think he can hurt you no matter where it's at. But Tank is just more explosive. So I give probably the explosiveness, the ability to have a multi-dimensional boxing skills. I think Tank does have that. And I think Rolly is just really somebody that just wants to land on you no matter where it's at. And because he hits so hard, he can wear you down. It's a difference. I think they both have power, but if I just had to just go with speed and finesse, obviously I'm going with Tank.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I'm just ticking boxes, you know what I'm saying? Don't really mean shit. I just,
Yeah.
All right. I feel man. Listen, man. I hate it. I almost hate talking to y'all about this shit because it's making me more interested in watching some shit that I had no interest in about 74 hours ago. Now I'm like, where the fuck am I gonna watch this fight at? And I know last resort, I just sit at the crib and order that shit, but I had no interest in this shit at first, man. And that motherfucker Raleigh did it, man.
Man, can anybody? I just want to understand what has Tank done to suggest that he's gonna be the person with these dimensions?
I don't know. Let's ask these like shit. We got Boxing Wave.
Man, drop the link, man. Drop the link in the chat, man.
Boxing Wave.
Hey,
Boxing Wave talking about some KO and 6. I'm gonna drop that shit. Let me see.
You probably ain't dropped the link in a while, and they probably don't moved up so far. They probably can't click it.
Man, drop the link in the chat because I'm curious I just want to listen to what people got to say. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Yeah, I want to hear what a nigga gonna say. I just want to know what has Tank before they do all that. I just want to know what has Tank done in their opinion to suggest that he's gonna beat Rolly. What has Tank done specifically to say that he's going to beat or suggest that he's going to beat Rolly? I ain't talking about what Rolly ain't done. I'm just want to know what Tank has done. That's all
Yeah, I feel you, man. Shit, everybody blood saying Tank and 8.
Man, blood.
I'm glad you cleared that up too, Zone, because boys got a bad habit of when you asking about somebody else, they bring up the other person like that.
We'll get to Rolly because I already know what the thing Rolly. Who Rolly fought? I don't nobody. So we that's cool. But I'm asking you, what the fuck has Tank done? Because everybody's saying what Tank gonna do. Now we told you. I said why I think Rolly gonna stop him. I'm telling you that the man has picked the nigga apart out of his own fucking mouth. That's what that man said. Tank ain't saying the shit that I need to hear to suggest that he gonna stop his ass. Tank ain't said shit about this nigga head big and it's a target. Tank ain't said nothing about, man, I'm gonna get up in that nigga insides and rip the fuck out this nigga, man. Y'all know how I do. Tank keep on saying, well, I don't want to talk no more. We just gonna see you on the mark. Man, that ain't told me shit. That sounds like you don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Like you said, Phil, the team already said you can't prepare for Rolly. They already said it. So I just need to know for all you on that. Now, if you saying you just rooting for Tank, then say that. Don't get on here. Yeah, I fuck with that. If you saying, man, I really don't want Tank to lose because I like Tank and ain't no reason. I'm just going with Tank. Then say that. Don't be talking about no goddamn y'all ain't making sense, but make it make sense to me why Tank is gonna win the fight. Because he ain't fought nobody.
Yeah, he don't really have no A class, B class fighters on his resume, man.
Yeah.
He don't.
Who? Okay, let's just do power.
In reality, it's almost like two unknowns fighting. So we really don't have no reason to pick one way. You know what I'm saying?
That's what. So fresh start. The reason I would be picking Tank, to be quite honest with you, and I'm telling you, I'm being real myself, because I just know Tank. I did not know Rolly. Now that I've caught up and I know Rolly,
yourself with him. Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Rolly because of the stuff.
So,
because you know what trips me out? Because like I was saying, Gary Russell was, he had put out there a long time ago that he was trying to fight Tank, and I don't understand why that fight never happened.
Let me say this real quick. I will say this right here. I think Tank does have some good opponents on the surface on his resume, right? If you just look at the name, you can say, oh, this guy can fight. Obviously, Leo Santa Cruz is a good name, but when you put context to it, you like, okay, this man that came up damn near 2 weight classes to fight this man, right? So yeah, and then you put these other guys. I think, to me, Tank's best win is honestly Pedraza, because Pedraza was somebody who was actually supposed to be fighting at the weight, who was established at the weight, and Tank went in there and stopped him. Right? I think that's his best win. Not Leo, not fucking Gamboa, not the dude who he stopped that was just fighting at 147.
Romero.
Yes.
No, but Barrios. I'm sorry.
Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
And and not Oxy Cruz. You understand what I'm saying? I think Cruz is good, but Cruz is just as established as Rolly is, and y'all seen how that ended up, right? So
hey Zone, that could wait for you, man. You said y'all talking about resumes, but ain't name one person Rolly fought. Rolly ain't even beat Jackson Marinez.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Who did Isaac Cruz beat before he got in there with Tank? Fucking nobody. So stop with the bullshit. And am I lying? Nobody didn't know who the fuck Isaac Cruz was, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Everybody had Isaac Cruz getting stopped, including me.
Tank really did miss all of his big
fights,
man.
The Wave could get in here, man. He know better. He
just put in there. He said he wasn't at home or something. He must be like on the move and shit. You know
what that got to do with anything?
Man, you can.
I just want to listen
and step out real quick, Wave. Get your ass on here. Yeah. We be seeing your videos. We fuck with you. You our partner. Get your ass on here.
Hey, look, man. Like I was saying, man. On the surface, he does have some good names. Obviously, Gamboa is a good name, but I mean, the man 46,000 years old, man. Goddamn.
Rolling on the photos. So he said, man. He said, Gamboa get dropped by everybody.
I'm just being real, bro. Like, I mean, look, man, at the end of the day, bro, like Tank has good names on his resume, like I said, but really, if you put context to a lot of these names, then you'll be like, I mean, it ain't as good as a win as it look on the surface. Now, if this shit 55 years from now and half of us dead as fuck, and you see it, you be like, hey, this guy was all right, but I'm living right now. I see the shit. I know Gamboa old as fuck. Like, I can't ignore it.
Yeah. Way past his good days.
I know Leo Santa Cruz he got pillar fist and he moved up 2 weight classes. He was fucking pillar fist 2 weight classes below. Now you're going to bring him all the way up to 35? Man, come on, man. Let's stop playing, man. Come on, now.
Okay, so look, we got Blood talking about, he agreed with Wave. And I think the point is, there is nobody on Tank's resume that we don't think that Rolly could not beat. So it's not a guy who's on Tank's resume who you like, he beat that guy, so I think he can beat Rolly. You know what I'm saying? So I think both of their resumes are fairly shitty, but comparable in the sense of who's on Tank's resume that could have beat Rolly, and or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they both undefeated, right? You know what I'm saying? They both got a bunch of knockouts.
Okay, I mean, look, man. Look, Tank ain't even fought nobody like Linares, man. Like,
let me give you an update on another piece y'all keep cooking. The Warriors. Now I gotta mention this, and the people like, what the hell they got to do with anything? The Warriors are up in the first quarter. This is a very, very important key game for us. It's boxing, and I'm gonna let you elaborate and tell them why, Rollo. But I'm just letting that
for sure.
The Warriors are up right now.
Right. So if you would do like me, who want to go try and check out the fight at a Twin Peaks or something like that, they're gonna have Warriors Mavericks Game 6 on the TVs if you walk in that joint around that time. That's why that shit is very important right now. You know what I'm saying? So if the Warriors can go on and knock these boys on out the way, we ain't gotta worry about no NBA game on Saturday.
Exactly. Yeah. So we need the Warriors to go on to clear these boys out, so it could just be Tank, and that's the only sport thing that's worth 2 fucks that's on. So we could get a lot of traffic to this. This man.
Vernon Forrest, Ricardo. Oh, you know what?
That
was Ricardo Mayorga's pouncing on the landscape was Vernon Forrest. I forgot about that, bro.
What did I tell y'all earlier? The 2 examples I keep telling y'all, and I said it on Blood Podcast today. I said, this feels like Adrian Broner, Marcos Maidana, Ricardo Mayorga, Vernon Forrest. And then guess what? Remember I told y'all that, right? Guess what Rolly said today at the presser? He said, you gonna end up like your boyfriend, Adrian Broner. So he taking 2 digs. This is how aware this dude is. Adrian Broner was licking on Tank neck. So he's saying your boyfriend to go to that. Then he referenced the very fight that this feels like. Man, this nigga, man, Tank going to sleep, man. I'm done talking about it. He going to sleep. He going to sleep, bro. Knockout of the year. It's over. And it's going to be sad for Tank, because Tank ain't going to know where to go from there, because he's fought tomato cans. So you ain't nobody finna pick this motherfucker against Devin Haney and Cam Bosa and Shakur Stevenson if he get his ass knocked the fuck out against Rolly. But nobody ain't finna pick Tank against none of them motherfuckers, man. Y'all tripping. Nobody's finna pick Tank against no Cam Bosas. You're not. You're just not, bro.
Right.
He got to build his way all the way back around. He might not box again, man. He might just chill out in Baltimore for the rest of it.
Oh, we got who is it? Snugzilla? I guess he say he got Rolly. All right. And Dalton Voss say don't forget about the NHL playoffs this weekend.
Yep.
It must be the Atlanta Thrashers playing, or do Atlanta still got a team?
We don't got no Thrashers no more.
Oh, I thought I knew I was talking about moving to some shit.
Nah, then they're not even in who's in playoffs. I don't know who. Usually if you watch NHL, you're probably gonna watch MMA. So those are 2 pairings. So if you are not gonna watch NHL for some reason, you're gonna watch the MMA fight. Because you said it's an MMA fight on
it. Yeah, she definitely said it was an MMA fight this weekend. I'm like, fuck, I wonder who's fighting. I don't know if it's a pay-per-view or not. Somebody I'm sure could drop that in the chat. Is it a pay-per-view this weekend for MMA? And
that ain't stupid. He wouldn't do that against Tank, and he wouldn't do that.
Dana, you don't think?
Unless he just stopped giving a fuck. But
see, they be having their shit scheduled out kind of months in advance. You know what I'm saying?
But they be making sure they avoid the Canelo and Mayweather shit. That's the respect that Dana White used to have. I don't know if it's changed. I know he used to really monitor Floyd and Canelo and Pacquiao.
But see, that's what I was saying about how Canelo does his thing, because we already assuming in 2022 that Canelo was fighting Cinco de Mayo weekend and Mexican Independence Day in 2023. We already assuming that. We already know he got his date on Mexican Independence Day in September of this year already. We knew he had his Cinco de Mayo weekend last year when he fought in October against the other dude. So that's what I'm saying. You make everybody else schedule around you because you got your shit so far in advance. That's why I keep saying I don't understand what's taking so long with this fucking Crawford and Spence shit. You know what I'm saying? So people can start scheduling shit around that.
Man, look, let me say this real quick about this rolling shit. One last thing.
Mayweather. I remember Mayweather. You know, him and Tank always getting into it back and forth, right? Mayweather. I remember he told Tank, "All right, you keep playing with me, I'm gonna feed you Lomachenko."
See, why would you say some shit like that?
Man, I don't know if they believe in this
That's
kid,
what
man.
I'm
I don't know,
Mhm.
man. I don't
Listen,
know if they believe in this kid, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
listen, they know something we don't know. Okay, listen. Okay, let's cook on it. It's going back to what I'm saying that I've discovered doing my research because I've never really looked at Tank because he's in the lower weight classes and he's all over the place. And it's just like, I know he's a nigga that's supposed to fight the other niggas that ain't fighting nobody, right? This typical story. But he's undisciplined, man. It's a lot of weakness there. And I keep asking, okay, if Tank is everything that we say he is, why hasn't he, one, fought anybody? Two, why hasn't they like, look, Devin Haney, if Tank is what we think he is, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson ain't a real hard fight for him. I want you to think about it. You talking about this is a high level slugger. Like, you don't be scared to put Earl Spence in there against Chris Algieri. You just don't, right? You're just not afraid of that. So why is Tank why is he had not fought Devin Haney? Why not Shakur Stevenson? Those guys are kind of considered to be more so pillow fisted, right? So why not those two guys at least? Why not Lomachenko? Lomachenko ain't really he's fired now. Don't get it twisted. But why not Lomachenko though? Remember that been coming up for years. Why Lomachenko? But you just said, Phil, don't make me feed you to Lomachenko. That suggests that you're the small fish and the opposition is the big fish, bro. You're the and he's suggesting that Lomachenko is the predator. Bro, they have let this nigga fight run-of-the-mill Mexicans. No offense to Mexicans, but those are run-of-the-mill Hispanic Latino guys that he been fighting. Cause he ain't fought no real, just quote unquote, no real nigga. What, he ain't fought Gary Russell. Who he fought this black?
Yeah, I can't even think of one dude.
You say you can name one dude.
No, I can't think of one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The closest, I mean, who he fought that's who has he fought that's diverse outside of that run-of-the-mill Latino Mexican type of shit? Come forward to get ate up by Tank, because Tank ain't really that diverse. He's really a stationary, stout, solid, short guy that can fight. He hasn't been taking his opponent seriously. His opponents are not taking their discipline and craft seriously because they have weight problems and shit. Anybody dumb enough to melt themselves down to where they stomach itching and ribs touching, that's an idiot. You see what I'm saying? Just fight in the weight class you're supposed to fight in. Like Barrios, why the fuck you look better against Keith Thurman? You don't.
Keith Thurman, yeah.
See, because that let me know that you was weight drained. It's not a testament to Tank Davis that he's so good. No, because Tank didn't take your ass up to 140 and let's see you fight Keith Thurman. And that's what Keith Thurman was telling y'all, like, are y'all serious? Remember they was trying Keith Thurman with that. We was fucking around with it, making fun of Keith Thurman just to fuck with Keith Thurman. But man, Keith Thurman knocked Davis' ass head off his shoulders, man. Come on,
right.
Now.
Hey man, this nigga, Boxing Wave must be working at the nuclear reactor plant or something, man. He got a good Wi-Fi signal, but he don't want to jump on. He say the Maidana that fought Floyd and Broner is way better than the Maidana that fought Conor and Alexander. Rolly is basically the old Maidana. He getting smoked.
I'm gonna tell you why Boxing Wave, why you'll lie. Because I was around and I was the only nigga saying Maidana was gonna beat Broner. You niggas didn't know that. You didn't know that. You're lying. Because you picked Broner and you didn't know that Mike Donald was better than Broner. Stop lying, Wade. You did not pick Mike Donald back then. Nobody picked Mike Donald.
Yeah, nobody. No, matter of fact, me and you had a conversation either the 2 nights or the night before, and I'm like, you know what, dog? I think you fucking right. And I think we talked to a few dudes was trying to see who was trying to put some bets out. Nobody wanted to take that bet though. But you definitely talked me into that Broner switch. I'm like, you know what? You're right, man. This nigga ain't really been doing shit. You know?
He doing the same pattern. Fighting. Look, he's fighting the same run-of-the-mill bullshit, undisciplined, not skilled at all Latino guys. Like, and then as soon as he fought Paulie got, cause Paulie, he moved like he kind of like he think he one of the brothers. He kind of get in there and he gonna try to look sexy with it. Gave Broner problems like a motherfucker. Next fight, they picked the wrong one. I said, oh, they don't pick Marcos Mike because we waiting on it to be Keith Thurman because we thought Keith Thurman gonna bust his brains out, but he didn't make it there. So Maidana ended up getting his scalp, never to fight him again. And ever since then, he been getting his ass whooped.
Yeah.
He's been getting his ass whooped. He been beat up by Porter. You know what I'm saying? Tried to weight drain Porter. So he just ain't that. He just
Pacquiao, Garcia.
Yeah, he do all that weird shit in the ring, trying to murk up the fight, holding the motherfucker, and then ref saying breaking. He trying to hit off. It just come on, man. That's Tank. That's Tank. It's Tank too.
Ooh, hey dog, check this out. I know this is a fucked up one. It's kind of off beat. Is Adrian Broner Mikey Garcia's best win?
Is Adrian? Hold on, what? Adrian Broner Mikey Garcia best win?
I'm trying to think. What's his best win? What's my man name? Jesse Vargas. Is that his best win?
They about in the same. That's in the same.
That's what I'm saying. When I think about it, I'm trying to think about what's Mikey Garcia's best win. Does he even have a signature win? Like we always talk about Mikey Garcia being this good technical fighter, all of this shit, but his resume is about as good as Tank's.
Well, and then Broner lost to him. That speaks volume. So we back to the same situation with Rolly.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what? Yep. Broner, boy, shit, yeah. This is Broner and Maidana. And we know who the fuck Broner is.
Again, not to get this twisted.
Who is Broner?
I'm just speaking on what I seen and what I'm learning from Rolly up until Saturday. This is another thing. What if Tank goes in here and break his hand during this fight?
Oh no, ain't no. He can't do that. This no.
What if Tank break his hand this fight?
It's a wrap. He might have to retire on the stool then, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he might have to retire on the stool. It's certain guys like you can't come in with any type of handicaps. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And Raleigh is definitely one of them. Rolly is one of them dudes, man. You can't have any slight handicap. Can't be having no hurt ankles, a slight headache and shit coming in the ring. None of that shit.
You got diarrhea. You
gotta be on all cylinders.
Yeah, you got it. And he makes it a point to point out those things. And you are what I'm saying to you, Rollo. Great point. Say what you said again. You can't come in there with what?
No handicaps. Not none.
But guess what? Rolly's saying he is coming in there with handicaps. His head is a target. And I'm just saying what Rolly. I'm saying what Rolly said.
Yeah.
His arms are short. I'm bigger than him. I'm stronger than him. I can hit harder than him. He's ducked me on 2 occasions of sparring. That may have weight, may not be. He's scared of me, and I'm just a better fighter than he is, period. And let's talk about the fighters that he's fought, which are nobodies. They all have they all had a handicap fighting Tank. So how a nigga who beat all the niggas going into a fight with a handicaps gonna come into a fight the favorite with a nigga who ain't got no fucking handicap? Fought with no niggas that had handicaps, and he's pointing out the fact that you the A side, but all your fights have been handicap matches. You have yet to face somebody at their full capacity. And I get what Rolly's saying. And maybe Tank may show out and bust him in the mouth and say, well, you're the first one. and this may turn a new leaf for Tank. And I know that's what people hoping for, and that's a good thing for Tank, and that will be great. But it's better for boxing if Rolly win. The more and more I think about it, because Tank ain't gonna do nothing but take this to sit on and stall. Okay, if Tank's so certain why he got a rematch clause, he ain't even got no fucking title. I mean, he ain't even got what we know he disputed.
Yeah.
What the fuck he got? So what he got a rematch clause for then? If Tank is all what you niggas say, what he got a fucking rematch clause for? He ain't no champion. Can somebody answer that? Can somebody answer that? Since Tank is all this and that, why he got a fucking rematch clause without no fucking belt? We know that bullshit.
Yeah, no legit title. Yeah. Why? Yeah. And you know what? See, and this is the shit that I be talking about with boxing. How the fuck we got these dudes fighting for some strap at 135, and then in 2 weeks from now, we got niggas supposedly fighting for undisputed at 135. Man. That's the thing that be confusing and shit. When you be trying to explain this shit to a dude who don't really follow boxing like that.
Number one contender spot. This fight right here is the number one contender for the winner of.
But it has to be designated as that.
Yeah, but that's what it is. It's a title that don't mean shit. The champion is the two champions, the two title holders
are fighting in 2 weeks. I get it.
Two niggas really ain't no champion.
Listen, I know what you're saying, and we know what it is, but I'm saying trying to explain it to somebody who don't follow boxing like that. When they go in the ring saying for the WBA 135-pound title, you're trying to explain to your boy, well, he ain't really the champion shit.
It don't matter, Bralo, because the champion. Okay, next week when these two niggas fight, somebody gonna say why these niggas.
You know you don't have to explain it to me. I know. I'm saying for the layman, the people who don't really follow boxing like that. That's what I'm talking about. If I'm sitting on the couch, listen, I'm sitting on the couch and my girl come in the door. And she popped down on the couch and asked me who is the champ.
And I can explain it to her thoroughly.
Listen, I'm like,
these two guys they're fighting for the number one contender spot. They just give a nigga a belt. Oh, okay, cool. Just to have it. Then I'm gonna say the two niggas that's fighting for undisputed next week, that's who this winner might be in contention to fight. And it makes sense. You ain't gotta really tell the belts. It's the winner of this Tank versus Rolly fight is going to be in line for a fight of the winner of this fight. They're within a week apart. So therefore, it's a playoff system. That's it. The belts is, what I need to explain the belt for? You're just making it worse by trying to explain.
Because people assume the dude with the belt is the champ. You know what I'm saying? That's how we've always explain the champ in boxing, the dude with the belt.
Hello, we've been getting undisputed, man. We keep getting undisputed. We've been getting undisputed. You making
it. That's for us. That's for the nerds. No, that's the nerds. We understand. We know.
Nerds. People know what undisputed means, bro. Everybody ain't. People watch boxing before, believe it or not. Okay. You guys act like these people ain't never watched boxing, don't know who Roy Jones is. I know plenty of people who don't watch it now and he can't name shit about nobody, but I can talk to them about Winky Wright, Ricardo Mayorga in the specific era. It's some people who will get on here and know more about one specific era than most of us on here, and they can tell you who Leo Santa Cruz is from shit, from the niggas standing on the corner trying to work outside of Home Depot. But people know different eras, bro. So niggas know what.
God damn, man.
And people not slow as y'all think. It's just a lot of people have left boxing because the character suck. But niggas know who Roy Jones is. Niggas know what the fuck undisputed means. So if you come back and say, if I'm sitting down here and I'm talking to my uncle, his mental capacity can absorb this guy Tank and this guy Rolly is fighting for the right to fight the next week guy. Okay, what about the next week guy? The guy named Haney and the guy named Cambosa is finna fight in Australia for undisputed. Word? You talking about Mike Tyson back in? Yep, undisputed. That undisputed. Like Holyfield? Yep, like that. Oh, that's gonna be dope. Let me watch these two fights. And that's 4K.
Oh boy, I wish I could have recorded my conversation with my homeboy last week watching that Benavidez fight. But I got you. I think you're giving people too much credit, but okay.
Well, no, I'm saying hold on. I ain't saying it's some niggas who don't know shit. I ain't saying a nigga who don't know who can't tell you one of the sanctioning bodies. And no, I'm not talking about that nigga who ain't never saw Roy Jones, who barely know who Muhammad Ali is. They just know him in.
See, you go so like I said, when I'm watching Benavidez and he asking me who is the champ, and I'm like, nah, he ain't the champ. You know what I mean? Canelo got all the belts, and he like, well, why he walking to the ring with 3 belts? And I'm like, because they give everybody a belt who won it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this shit make sense. Like, this belt don't mean he the champ.
So
but I'm telling you, people.
So what you want to say about the belts, Rollo?
I'm saying, people identify champion with belts in boxing or wrestling. That's how they identify champions.
All right. So what? I'm saying you've been wanting to talk about this for the last 3 weeks. What about?
I keep saying it. It's confusing to try and explain. Listen, if it's confusing, trying to explain it to a nigga who trying to follow this shit, how the fuck do it's almost like there's no other sport that's that confusing with the designation of champion and not champion. Okay. That's pretty stupid. That's all I'm saying. It shouldn't be that convoluted. Like, there should be a very distinguishing difference between the dude who's a contender or whatever and the champ. That's all. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I got something for you then. Okay, what belt did Sugar Ray Robinson have when he won? Have you ever seen him with a belt on his shoulders? I need to see him with a belt. I knew nobody else had one. Okay, so who was the champion? He was. How? He didn't beat how? He didn't beat everybody. He didn't beat Charlie Burley. He ain't need to. Charlie Burley ain't had no belt though. What belt did he have? What belt are you talking about? What belt did Sugar Ray Robinson have? You're saying like Rollo, what belt? Listen, listen. No, stop. Hold on. You're asking me what belt did he have? No, Rollo. You want to talk belts? Let's talk belts. Listen. Stop trying to ask questions with questions and compile it and make it complex. It's not complex. You making it complex by asking me what belt. It didn't matter what belt. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How did you designate Sugar Ray Robinson as a middleweight champion? Because nobody else was a champion. No, because you pointed to him and the people said that's the champion right there. He didn't have a tangible belt. No one had a tangible belt. But Sugar Ray Robinson also did not beat all the middleweights to establish that he was the champion. It wasn't about him beating all the middleweights. What I'm saying is there was nobody else walking around with a middleweight belt being able to claim champion. That's the problem. They did before belts existed, Rollo. No one had belts. Before the belts, you never seen Henry Armstrong hold all 3 of the titles with some type of belt simultaneously. I've never seen Henry Armstrong in the actual video. I've never seen a video of Henry Armstrong. And you've never seen a belt or a photo with him with belts on. Remember, he was. Yeah, you talking about? Listen, bro, you talking about before my daddy was born. I'm talking about last Saturday. No, you missing the point. I'm not missing the point. Because my point is about trying to explain some shit to somebody last week. What I'm telling you is you keep trying to focus on a goddamn material belt. Your eyes is fixed on some shiny shit around the nigga waist. That shit you won't let go. You keep want to hone in on that. If you're going to keep want to hone in on that, then do that, bro, and stay confused. You keep want to look at all the niggas who got some shit that they bring into the ring. You can't get over that. You fixated on, oh, it's a nigga right there. Oh, it's too many belts, so I'm mad. Oh, that nigga got some in his hand. Yeah, I'm mad. I don't need to look at that. I know that Canelo is undisputed. I don't need to look at Morrell and say, I'm mad because he got some shit in his hand. Like, what the hell is you talking about? You know better than that. You know Morrell ain't no fucking champion. Listen, I keep telling you it's not about me. I understand because I've been watching boxing for 35 years. Right. I'm talking about when my girl plopped down on the couch and she asked me who the fuck is the champ. Okay. I can't make it make sense. Yeah, because you could just say Canelo Alvarez. Okay. Yeah. So wait, listen. Okay, let me ask you. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So next week or this Saturday, when one of these niggas come to the ring holding the belt, she say, "Who's the champ?" I'm gonna be like, neither one of these niggas. Well, why he got the belt?
because they give out belts to niggas all the time.
So who is the champion? Was these two niggas who fight next week? Oh, it's two champions? Well, why he ain't no champ? He got the same belt the other dude got.
No, he don't. He got a different belt.
No, they different?
Yes,
So you telling me Canelo's WBC belt looks different than Benavidez's WBC belt?
No, I don't know if it looked different. I might be.
What the fuck? That's what I'm talking about, dog. Even if they made the shit look different, it would be a different designation. You could be like, that ain't the same belt that he got.
But
it's a different belt.
It's not hard when you tell somebody that got a fucking brain. If you tell me, hey man, I say, why this guy Benavidez got a belt? And you say, because anybody who's been an athlete and has coached anything know that there's multiple opportunities to win multiple championships in multiple tournament plays, right? That doesn't mean you're the champion of the season or the champion of your league. You could win a sidebar tournament and be champion of that. That happens all the time in youth sports. That happens all the time, bro. So this ain't a new thing for me. If you've ever done anything, high school or collegiate, any type of sports, you know this. Now, what I'm saying as a boxing fan is I understand that, you know what, Benavidez has a designation. Yes, he has a belt that's under the umbrella. He's under the umbrella and ranking of the WBC sanctioning body.
Mm-hmm.
And Canelo Alvarez is the champion. So that's really the guy who Canelo should be fighting next, actually, not no fucking Triple G. Because I seen somebody also ask that. He shouldn't be fighting fucking Triple G. That's what makes it confusing. It's not the damn belts, it's the fighters and their path. Like Rolly versus Tank makes sense to me. They gonna fight, it's gonna be a winner. I don't give a fuck what title they got on the line. Then I'm expecting that winner to fight the winner next week. And that's just all it is. It ain't hard to follow if I'm watching the fights that's supposed to happen. That's what I'm trying to say. But when the motherfucker deviate from the course like Canelo going up to fight like all
right, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Somebody pop in next week and be like, "Hey man, this the Warriors and the Mavericks. Who the champs? Who the NBA champs?"
Yeah,
it's easy. It's easy, right?
Well, from who? What you talking about? NBA? Who the champs?
I said if somebody asks you who the NBA champs, it's an easy answer, right?
From last year? Yeah, the Bucks. Bucks won last year.
Right. And somebody said, well, where the Bucks at? Well, they lost, right?
They eliminated out the playoffs.
So clearly they ain't gonna be the champs this year. That's right. So simple to follow. That's why that's simple to follow.
Yeah, okay, but is basketball continuous?
Every year. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, so as soon as the finals are crowned, do we go right back into the season immediately next week?
No, they get a nice little break.
Did the Bucks come in? Did the Bucks come in? They came in this year, they got crowned with their championship rings, right? And their banners.
And they had the opportunity to repeat as champs up until they got knocked out.
They do, but since they lost, is the title interchangeable? So since they lost to Boston, is Boston right now currently the new defending champions within this championship season?
No.
Exactly. That's what happens in boxing. That's the difference. So trying to compare it to football, so what would happen if this was boxing, which since it's continuing, let's leave just one title, like you said. The Bucks supposed to came in here with the strap. They're supposed to play through the regular season. When they made to the playoffs, their title supposed to change hands to Boston. Boston's supposed to be the current champs right now, and then they supposed to conclude the season with whoever has that title from the Bucks.
Well, in essence, it kind of plays out that way. If Boston keep winning, they eventually become champs.
Yeah, but if they lose, they don't. Because if Boston lose, they don't.
Okay, so if Boston lose to Miami, and Miami by default becomes champs, then they have to go play the winner of Golden State Mavericks. And if they win that, who's the champ? It's the fucking Miami Heat.
Just exactly. So see how you can follow that? It's the same way with boxing. Canelo's the champ. So I can follow that. Just like how you can follow that with your logic, I can follow that with my logic in boxing. I don't understand. If it's that, well, maybe it's harder than I think. That's all I'm gonna say. It's easy for me, especially when we're establishing so many undisputed fights, bro. You keep want to have this belt conversation this year when we keep getting undisputed fights. I don't understand what the stick is up y'all ass about this. Canelo's undisputed. I don't give a fuck what other titles they got. I'm just waiting to see if they're gonna strip them, and I'll follow that. Okay, Haney Cambosa is finna be undisputed. I'm not worried about nothing else outside of that. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, undisputed. Jamal Charlo, undisputed. What else do I? Is nothing else to really?
Yeah. Us boxing fans, we understand. I keep saying that.
Okay, what I
we all understand that.
I got you.
I'm talking about when somebody else asks me.
I could care less. They need to do their homework. That's I'm gonna put it to you like that. We're gonna keep defaulting to, well, we talking about the boxing fan that may not understand.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, tell them to do research. I don't know what the fuck to tell them. That's what my answer is.
And like I keep saying to you, when I sit down and watch a basketball game with my girl, she can understand that shit. And she definitely follows football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to boxing, it's a completely different story.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, fine. This shit, motherfucker, fine. Figure it out. Shit, I don't know what to tell you. Some people like history, some people like math. What the fuck should I tell you? I don't know. Figure it out.
Shit.
Well, I ain't finna argue with you about this belt shit, man. You been wanting to talk about complain about these belts, but it ain't nothing to complain about. It ain't no confusion. We got undisputed multiple times, and it's nothing to be really complaining about belts. Now, at 160, there's a fucking problem. 147, they need to hurry up and make that fight. 140, I'm trying to figure out where they stripped Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's about, but you know, that's a different story.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, we're getting a lot of belt consolidation going on, which is good. It's the best thing in the world for boxing, you know. I think at some point in time, there will be some shakeup, some change in that whole thing. That'll, everybody's been changing rules, and fucking NBA got this fucking playoff game, and the NFL adding teams to the playoffs and shit. So boxing will probably have something soon. Yeah. Everybody's changing and adapting and shit and all of that.
The Warriors still whooping their ass, man. The Warriors looking good.
It's like the series gonna end soon.
Nah, it's 52-69, Warriors. So it's still, we got another half of basketball. So let's see. We just keeping track of that to make sure.
Man,
shit. I got Rolly, and then I know some people asked about the Triple G thing. I think the fight is shitty. I don't want to. I think it's an unnecessary fight. I don't think it's necessary.
Absolutely, I would agree. I don't think that there was the fight that should have been happening, especially. But you know what? I think that what happened was, and I'm not saying I'm giving Canelo a pass, but I think what he ended up doing was when he signed on to the DAZN deal, part of that deal was Triple G.
Yeah.
So I guess he just said, fuck it, let me go and get this fight out the way. Yeah. So if that's the case, I can't.
But yeah, everybody keeps saying it. But did he sign that, or did Triple G sign that?
No, I'm sure that it was part of the contract when he signed his.
Okay, you saying?
I'm sure Triple G was already on board.
Okay.
But when they asked Canelo, hey, look, Canelo, we got this 3-fight deal. We're gonna give you X amount of money, but one of your fights gotta be this one. You know what I'm saying? He like, well, fuck it, I take it. You know what I'm saying? That's the easy win for me anyway. I'm sure that's what he was thinking. So, but as a boxing fan, that's not a fight that I necessarily wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? If it was 2 fights ago, probably, but not now. But we'll get to that one later on. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna pick this one back up. We're gonna have to get.
We're gonna definitely. So when we get back in here, our next one, we're gonna be picking up this Cambosos and Haney
in the aftermath.
Yeah.
The aftermath.
Aftermath of Tank.
Yeah.
And
wrong and what happened and all. That's gonna be a good one.
And we got to do a deep dive. We got to do another deep dive because we have to now talk about these undisputeds, because we got to dive deep into this, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like with the cash cowism and the vampires and shit. So we got to dive into this undisputed discussion. You know what I'm saying? We both got to do a little bit of homework so we can really dive into that one. But that would definitely be the next deep dive video, the undisputed, because we got a lot of undisputed shit going on in boxing, and I absolutely love that. So, shit, it's your boy Rollo Jenkins signing off. Zone, tell them what you want to tell.
Shit, that's it, man. You know what it is, man. Zone 6, man. You know, we pumping out these videos round table back. So you know how we do, man. It is what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Holla at your boy.